Most of us have figured out by now that transferring our life savings into a Nigerian bank account is a mug's game. We know there's no royal fortune, no multi-million-dollar return. In fact, no hope of ever seeing our money again. Maybe that's why the men behind those dodgy emails have moved on to scams that are more sophisticated and far more callous. Now they don't just bankrupt their victims, they break their hearts as well. So we decided to take them on at their own game. We set up a sting of our own, and it wasn't long before the sharks took the bait. In a luxury hotel room, we carefully set our trap with the help of experienced fraud investigators. Our targets lurk in the street below. Nigerian conmen awaiting the call from another victim. But this time the call will come from us. And undercover police are ready to pounce.
No more mucking around. You want your money, come up, I'll give it to you, you can go.
These greedy scammers are slicker than ever. To better hide their tracks, they've spread from Nigeria to become a global pandemic.
They're intelligent, they're resourceful, they've got global networks, and let's face it, at this point in time, they're winning the battle.
Here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, our chance to strike back.
That's when you and the police come in.
On behalf of the 10,000 Australians who, despite all the publicity, still hand over a total of $10 million to these shysters every single month.
You count?
Hi, good afternoon. Yeah, we're from 60 Minutes Australia and you seem to be in a lot of trouble.
They're the lowest of the low. They're absolute scumbags and they're a poor excuse for a con man.
When we first exposed Nigerian scammers in Lagos 6 years ago, they ran a simple but lucrative operation, sending dodgy emails around the world requesting money with the lure of a handsome return.
Sit down! Sit down!
But the swindlers have a new shtick. They've moved onto dating sites, and the cruel hook they use is the promise of love.
I suppose he absolutely had me by my heart. This guy was just telling me everything that I wanted to know.
He was saying everything he knew you wanted to hear.
Everything I wanted to hear, yeah. He was making me feel as if I was worth a person.
Rosalie is 53, divorced and terribly lonely. For romance scammers, the perfect mark. Looking for love online, she met Benjamin Walthall, a handsome American businessman working in Malaysia. Ben wooed her for hours at a time. He even sent flowers. Rosalie believed she'd finally found true love. And when the man of her dreams asked for loans to help his business, she happily handed over thousands.
$90,000, plus what I still owe in phone calls, and I have a debt of $15,000.
You've given away your entire life savings and you're in debt.
Yes.
But even now, Rosalie clings to the dream that Ben will repay the loans and they'll begin a new life together as he promised. Her brother Neville knows better.
The whole family has just been banging their head against the brick wall. Very difficult.
At the risk of breaking his sister's heart, Neville has sought professional intervention to expose the truth.
Look, Neville's brought us here because we have some serious concerns about the man you've met online and that he's not the person who he claims to be.
Julia Robson is a new breed of investigator. She runs Date Screen, conducting background checks for people who've met on dating sites. And business is booming.
The golden rule is if you've met them online and they ask for money, it is a scam.
Julia has followed Rosalie's money trail to Malaysia and noticed references to a man called S.B.Bakare.
Bidemi, his name came up on documents that Rosalie was sending via Western Union. His name was written on the documents as collecting it. So straight away we had a suspect in mind.
And sure enough, Rosalie's white, middle-aged Lothario, Benjamin Walthall, is a fake. This is the man who's really been romancing her, S.B.Bakare. His Facebook page reveals a champagne lifestyle in Kuala Lumpur, funded by the money he's swindled from Rosalie and countless other women.
We'll find him, we'll track him down, and we'll prove to you that this person you thought was Benjamin Walthall is really S.B.Bakare.
Amicia, I've been thinking about you a lot.
Oh, I know.
How was you?
I can hardly sleep.
And so, in Kuala Lumpur, we set out to take on this swindler at his own game. Julia poses on a dating site as Amber and befriends Benjamin.
Well, I'm thinking, baby, if you can just send round figure of $20,000 so I can have some pocket money on me, you know.
You did exactly what he does, created another identity and targeted him.
That's exactly it.
And sure enough, S.B.Bakare comes sniffing for the easy cash. $23,000 that Amber has promised will be delivered by a business associate. Former Victorian undercover cop, Damien Marrett, is playing our middleman.
We brought in the ruse that she had a friend, Jack, myself, who often travels through Singapore and Asia on business, and basically I could deliver the money personally.
We've wired the room with microphones and hidden cameras. It's one thing to get S.B.Bakare to the room, but for a conviction, we need the money shot. The moment he accepts the cash.
We'll have a quick chat to him, show him the money, get everything we need on tape, just to show he's involved in the scam. And yeah, that's when you and the police come in.
In an adjacent room, we wait, with surveillance gear, Julia, and a posse of Malaysia's finest detectives. Out on the street, undercover police surround the hotel.
Sorry, mate, 23,000. I don't know about money here. 23,000 is a lot of money.
But after repeated phone calls, we fear S.B.Bakare is getting cold feet. Then finally, a knock on the door.
Jack. So, who have I been talking to? Sit down. Hey, sit down.
But it's not our man. The crafty conman S.B.Bakare has sent a local teenager to collect the cash.
See, that is 3. You count. Make sure.
Hi, good afternoon. Yeah, we're from 60 Minutes Australia and you seem to be in a lot of trouble. It's a bust, but not our target. We want S.B.Bakare.
Ben, if you want your money, champ, listen. No more mucking around. You want your money, come up, I'll give it to you, you can go.
So we take a gamble. We let the courier go, knowing he may run. But our hope is he'll lead us right to our main man. And yes, in the streets around the hotel, the undercover police swoop. S.B.Bakare and 5 accomplices nabbed. Do you know Rosalie?
No, I don't, sir.
You don't know Rosalie?
Yes, sir.
You don't?
I do, sir.
What have you done with the $53,000 that she gave you?
You are the lowest form of a con man that I've ever met. The woman that I've spoken to, the pain and the destruction of their family that you have caused from this stupid little trick, all of you. Look at you. You're absolutely disgusting. The stories I've heard, I have no sympathy for these people. None whatsoever.
She thinks I'm Benjamin.
Yes, because you've called yourself Benjamin.
Yeah, I know.
Now, the moment of truth, proving Bidemy is Rosalie's online lover, Benjamin. And guess whose number we find on his phone? Oh, what a surprise. Hello, is that Rosalie? We're standing in a hotel room in Kuala Lumpur at the moment, and I've got a fellow standing next to me wearing a set of handcuffs who just wants to say a few words. See if you recognise this voice. Can you just talk to him for a moment? Okay, that's Rosalie.
Hello?
Don't be shy. Tell her what name you've been using now.
Benjamin Walter.
Unbelievably, we found the numbers of another 81 Australian women on Bidemy's mobile. That list is being investigated by Australian authorities. So you're halfway through that list, and so far it's almost 100% strike rate.
Yes.
On the victims.
Yes.
He was a busy boy.
Well, he was very successful until you people came along.
Brian Hayes' job as head of the Queensland Fraud Squad is to catch the scammers. But he spends more time counselling their targets.
You're not victims, you're survivors. You've gone through it, you've come out the other end, and you're not letting the bastards get it from you anymore.
In Brisbane Police Headquarters, a support group for women and men who've been stung by Nigerians.
I willingly parted with $300,000.
$300,000?
$300,000.
You get sucked in and you find out when it's too late, when it's cost you money.
He talked to me for quite a while, madly in love with me, never seen me before, but madly in love with me, and wanted to make my life good.
For these people, it is love. They believe it, they live it, they breathe it, they yearn for it, and to them it's very real, very tangible.
She's sending the money to Nigeria.
Meanwhile, back at Bidemy's place, we're following the paper trail. Most of those ill-gotten gains are sent straight back to Nigeria into the hands of crime gangs and even terrorist groups. But men like Bidemy cream enough of the profit to keep themselves in the best of bling. Where does a student get $800 for a pair of designer label sneakers?
My mum will send me pocket money.
Your mum sends you pocket money from Nigeria?
Yeah.
You got the most generous mother in the world, have you? Gee, $800 for sneakers.